Hey everyone, and welcome back. So, are you struggling with your pelvic floor? Is it becoming a little bit more embarrassing whenever you're going out in public? You may be doing something so simple like laughing, joking, or even on something as common as a trampoline when you're with your kids and you're leaking urine. Or you may not be at that stage just yet. You may just be willing to improve your pelvic floor so you don't get to those sort of weaknesses, and you may think that you're going to go that direction if you don't improve. Well, I'm going to take you through 3 very successful exercises that you can do at home at any time. The reason I'm giving you these 3 is because we're always told to do hip thrusters. Do hip thrusters, do hip thrusters, do hip thrusters. But in reality, this is probably one of the most weakest exercises you can do your pelvic floor, because it's not just working the pelvic floor. It's so difficult to actually realize if you're working the pelvic floor correctly or not, because you're engaging your hamstrings, you're squeezing your bum, and too tight of a pelvic floor is just as bad as too weak. So I'm going to take you through 3 exercises to do at home to really boost your pelvic floor health. First one we're going to use is the wall. Come into a wall sit. So feet out a little bit further than normal. You're going to come down gradually, and you don't have to get to 90 degrees. Just come down nice and low until you're comfortable. Feel the tension in your legs, your back against the wall, and from here what you're looking to do is just casually breathe, but whenever you breathe out, every breath out is for 5 seconds. So you breathe in and you breathe out for 5 seconds. But whenever you're breathing out, I want you to imagine you're picking something off the floor with your pelvic floor, so only the midline between your back and your front. Okay, so the midline, you're drawn right up through your pelvic floor, right up through the top of your head, through the crown, right out. So you're sucking it up like an octopus for those 5 seconds. Relax. Can you feel your pelvic floor move an extra 2 or 3 centimeters whenever you're drawing it up? Repeat that, repeat that, repeat that. And you're going to really get the mind muscle connection. Now moving on to the next one. I have a resistant band, okay, so just get whatever you have at home, a large towel or whatever it may be, a shoelace, something that's going to give you a little bit of resistance. So the same thing again, you're always picking up your pelvic floor, never changes, just the exercise changes. So you breathe in, when you breathe out this time for 5 seconds, you're driving your knees away from each other about 20%. And picking up at the same time. So a little bit more of a complex exercise, but as soon as you start to master the picking up, everything else starts to fall in place. Relax. Big deep breath in again. Relax. So now we're going to go into the third one. If you're struggling with the first 2, the first one's going to really bring it back to basics. So if you're really struggling to get the breathing with the pelvic floor lifting, this one's really going to help you. So I have a yoga block. Just get an object, whatever you may have at home, sit it beneath your pelvic floor, casually sit back and relax. Again, the breathing doesn't change. This time when you're breathing in and when you breathe out for 5 seconds, the object beneath your pelvic floor, you're imagining you're picking it right up exactly where it is. So you should be sitting right on top of it. It should be right below your pelvic floor. And as you breathe out, imagine you're picking it up like an octopus and relax. So now you're sitting in this position. Can you feel your pelvic floor move a little bit more? Can you feel your bum move? If you are, try and reduce the contraction of your bum muscles every time you do it. At the start it may be a little bit complex, but then as you start to improve, you start to know what's working, what's not, what's right, what's wrong. Then you start to just relax your pelvic floor more, relax your bum muscles, and slowly work the muscles that you need. So we'll do it once more. And relax. So this one's really back to basics. Really focus on the pelvic floor only. You can actually notice if you're working other muscle groups rather than just the pelvic floor, which is great. And then we've got the other 2 ones. The wall sit, fantastic, because you're actually sitting more in a position that allows your pelvic floor to open wider, your pelvis a lot more relaxed, stretched in a comfortable way, and you can actually feel your pelvic floor move a lot more because you're in this open position. The last one, you're dragging your knees out. It's very good for actually building strength in different parts of the pelvic floor and add a little bit more resistance with the resistant band. So there we have 3 exercises to really boost your pregnancy health with your pelvic floor. Really contract the muscles and start to watch your pelvic floor health grow and grow and grow. What are you aiming for and how much? So you'd aim for doing each one for at least 10 reps. Okay, so the wall sit, you're looking for 10 reps of breathing, relaxing. Then you're going into the knee extensions, do 10 reps again with the breath, and then we're going into the last one, breathing, relaxing. So it's about 90 reps in total. You're looking to aim for 30 each one. Breathe, relax, and start to watch it grow and grow and grow. And as always, don't be afraid to bring it back to basics. Don't be afraid to start here, forget about the other 2, and then once you master the pelvic floor and the breathing, then you'll start to click with more resistance, start to click with different sort of exercises, and then you're going to really see your pelvic floor grow. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye bye.